Feeling lucky?
I'm guided by a force much greater than luck. I wonder if I'll be held responsible for this.
Hello everyone, we're the D20 Duo because that's the name that we came up with. We are incredibly fucking overpowered, and this is Quest Log.
You gotta fuck it up and just change it every time. I can't be included.
But you know what? I didn't fuck up the intro this time. First try, baby.
Not. No, you did not.
But yeah, we're overpowered as fuck.
Well, now by the end of stream, we were incredibly overpowered. But we'll get to the reason
We
why
was already overpowered. Realistically.
I mean, realistically, we were overpowered for where we currently are at. But like semantics.
Something like that.
Now we're gods.
Basically. So, as you notice, we'll go ahead and cover this early. The death counters have not changed. No one died. Nope. No one died. Which, as he alluded to, is very impressive, actually. But again, we'll
Honestly,
get past that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So,
well, more impressive for you because you fought.
Oh, yeah, 3 times. The first time I thought because I was trying, to, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get into it because now I want to talk about it. So
we're going to do this in reverse order.
Yeah.
We'll talk about what we're currently doing on screen last.
Well, we'll cover it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So we found Warmech, the original super boss before super bosses were super bosses. Warmech is only found in one area of the game. It is in the Flying Fortress on the bridge right before Tiamat, which is the 4th fiend. And
we did look it up. He has a spawn rate of 1 in 100, so
basically
not easy to find, which I found out the hard way.
I found him 3 times.
It was like fucking shiny hunting for a goddamn Pokemon is what I was going through. How long did it actually take me? It was like 45 minutes.
It was long enough for me to find him 3 times and fight Tiamat and then go get Excalibur.
Yeah. Literally. Like I was just
We got there at the same time.
So let's preface it this way. At the start of stream, I was level 42. Rob was level 56. I know you were 10 levels or so above me, so I think you started.
No, yeah, 57 right there.
Okay.
We leveled a lot. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're both max level now.
Yeah.
After Tiamat, which I got max level before I found Warmech.
Yes, he did. Now again,
he got to see how much experience where he gained 2 levels at once.
Yeah.
For killing Warmech 1 time.
Now, full disclosure for anyone who has been following along with the gameplay, we are using the boosts that are available to us in the Pixel Remaster because all the boosts do, it doesn't. Yes, it technically reduces the difficulty of the game, but we would sit here and be grinding even without it. Because trust me, when we get to Final Fantasy VII, we'll be level 99 without a boost. When we get to Final Fantasy... Maybe not with Final Fantasy VIII because of level scaling, but Final Fantasy IX will probably be level 99 before the end. Maybe with the boost. Final Fantasy X doesn't have levels. In the remaster, there are boosts to help you get more XP and AP, I think.
I keep forgetting. I don't have my goddamn phone.
But
I sent you a screenshot recently of one game that's getting, I think on Facebook. I think I sent it to you on Facebook. But one of the Final Fantasy games, 7, it's Final Fantasy 7. They're re-releasing Final Fantasy 7 on Steam.
We talked
and
about
it's
this.
going to
Yeah.
be Final Fantasy 7 2013, and then the newest one, which is going to include new boosts, which is going to help us a lot. Which by the time we get to it, that should be completely done with, and we'll have it. And if you have the current Final Fantasy VII in your Steam library, it will be able to be upgraded to the new one for free. You don't have to rebuy it.
Well, then
which is nice.
Maybe I should go ahead and buy the Steam version for myself, because I have it on the Switch. I have the physical edition on the Switch, and I actually have the version on the PlayStation, which I think has some boosts as well. But I do at some point I want to play New Threat mod for Final Fantasy VII. Basically, we'll talk about that offline.
So angry.
But you need a PC version of the game to do that, and the Steam version as it sits right now will be fine. Because in my not expert assumptions, right? Mm-hmm. The reason why Square Enix is releasing a new version of the game has nothing to do with adding anything to it. They simply want to make it so that things like New Threat mod, the High Def Pack, the Seventh Heaven mod launcher, there's I can't remember what it's called. I was watching this dude play it on stream one night. I randomly found some guy's stream. I didn't follow him because he was a huge streamer, and I do avoid generally following huge streamers because of reasons that I won't get into on stream or on this podcast. Yeah. But he seemed like a very, very nice guy. Truly seemed like a very, very nice guy. But he was playing with this mod, and it was funny. Like, there was other mods to it that he had had done, but his Tifa was ungodly, supremely powerful. They kept calling her Bifa. It was funny, but she was doing. They had a damage break mod. She was doing like 12,000 per hit.
Jesus.
Yeah. But there was a fully voice acted mod. Everything they did, cutscenes, dialogues, attacking, they would have voice acted for. It was pretty cool. But I'm assuming, because Square Enix is probably being a bunch of little whiny babies, and they don't want people messing with their little baby, that they're re-releasing this new version, because the 2013 version will be delisted from Steam, and you will not be able to access or you will not be able to purchase it anymore. But if you own it, you will be able to play. You will still be able to download and play the 2013 version, as well as get the new version for free.
Yep.
But
which I'm glad they're making sure that it's free.
Yeah, because and again, that's what makes me believe that they're releasing this new version so you can't mod it anymore.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, them adding in the new boosts as well, because they are adding in different boosters to the one that they're putting out, I think will be better, because I feel like the current Final Fantasy VII boosts that you get is they just they make your overdrive constantly active, and then they make your limit break constantly active, or your HP constantly maxed. They don't have one where it's like faster leveling. They just make you so you're overpowered where you cannot die. Where I'd rather have one that gives me like a better level boost, because I don't want to just never lose. I liked having some challenge, but I would just like to level up a little faster.
Yeah, well, now here's the thing I'll say about that. So the current boost where your limit is always active, funny enough, that's a Game Shark code from back in the day, because I used to use that Game Shark code.
Oh, fun. Really?
Yeah. but yeah, that basically, like, oh, you could still, trust me, you could still very easily lose even with that code on. The one where your HP is always maxed, I think I think I messed around with that once when I started playing the PlayStation 4 version when they released it, and it maxed out at the at each time you got a turn. So if in the time between turns, like while your ATB was building up, if they did enough damage to you, you would still die.
Oh.
Like if they hit you repeatedly or multiple enemies hit you, or they just did a blow that was, 10,000 damage, like you would die still. Cause you could still very, very, very easily die to like Ruby and Emerald and things like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so
possibility's still there.
Yeah, but I do want to play. I do want to play New Threat one day, and possibly some other mods like with it too. So maybe I'll pick up the Steam version for myself, even though it's in our shared library, and I think both you and Doom own it. So we could still both be playing it at the same time. I would just.
I think if anything, you need to download it before the new one comes out, because even though it's in our Steam library, it might be an owner thing where they disable it, because like New World, you guys can't play that. It's in my Steam library. It will not share to you though. Like you guys can't even look at it.
Oh,
like some games have it where they're like only the person who bought this can play it.
Yeah, but
it doesn't have this.
That's a family share. That's a family share setting, like on their end.
Oh yeah.
Like they made it so families.
Turned it off.
Yeah, but like at least I know for a fact that Square Enix already said that the 2013 version will be available to those who own it. It may not be available to those who have it in the shared library, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking, but like just download it beforehand.
Yeah,
because then at least you have access to the files right there.
I mean, yeah, I'll probably cut bait and buy it just so I have it in my Steam library. Period. Since they're delisting that version, and still play it for our playthrough purposes on PlayStation 5, because I want the trophies for it. I don't think I'm gonna platinum trophy Final Fantasy VII like we're doing 1 through 6. But I want the option to be there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like I want that to be an option for me. But going back to the original point, since we got on a huge fucking tangent there,
nothing new.
A boost is not going to stop us from grinding to max level. It's just going to reduce the amount of time that we need to put into the game on stream, which honestly, we grinded to max level in Mario without a boost. We grinded to max level in Chrono without a boost. Like, work is still going to be the max level. It's not going to stop us.
Beat the games at max level as overpowered gods that we are.
Yeah.
But it just saves us the time because we have lives, believe it or not, outside of grinding and stream. If it makes our lives easier where we don't have to like actually set aside a day just to grind, I think both of us are happy, because I just moved recently and like I wouldn't have had the time, and Rob currently is in the middle of moving. So, like, we got real shit to deal with.
Once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while.
But
it's like a lot of people say, like, well, a lot of streamers say, like, you think that it's easy to stream, but, like, there's a lot of shit that technically goes into it for time-wise. Yes, it's easy to sit down and play and that, but, like, you still have to set aside time. You still have to schedule. You still have to edit. Like, there's still a lot of things that go into it.
And the editing is where it can be a lot. That's why I always call myself a lazy editor. Like, we do this podcast in one take.
Yeah.
Other than if one of us has to step away in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, let me go get a drink quick.
Like, no. Unless one of us has to step away, I say go, and we just talk until I decide we're done talking.
Raw and ready.
Damn right. But yeah, so like editing used to take me, like when I was trying to really be more serious about editing, it would take me a lot of time. Now I'm just a lazy editor, and like I just cut out things that are not pertinent to the game. Like whenever I go BRB, whenever I go to just chatting and like my end stuff, like, you know, in this the video in the background here is the actual YouTube cut of our stream the other day. So theoretically, now if you've watched some of the past episodes of the podcast, I've left some stuff in there.
But you're like, oh shit.
But theoretically, this is the version that ends up on YouTube, and it won't have any BRBs or just chatting. It won't have me typing up our quest log at the end of the day, you know, type of thing. It's just us going, and I've gotten to the point where I can set that up. I can take the breaks that I need to during stream, or set the times that I need to do whatever, and I can edit a 4-hour stream in about he's petting his pussy cat.
Well, my headphone wire,
oh,
he's going after it because I went like this, and then he thwapped me, and I was like, the fuck? And so I was going like this while you were talking, and then like he was like
trying to attack it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can edit a 4-hour stream, and I'm not editing it down per se. I mean, I'll cut out like about 30 to 45 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I slap my intro on it, I slap my outro on it, and render. And it's ready to go in YouTube, and I've spent 30 minutes editing one video, maybe. And I do it during my downtime at work because I bought a laptop specifically for video editing purposes. So
right,
it's very easy.
Saves time.
Yes, but there's a lot to streaming and once I am moved and I'm back to my more aggressive streaming schedule in general, I'm not going to have a lot of time to do a whole lot of extra grinding. Now we might have times where it's unavoidable, like so back to this game, kind of, sort of, as we are recording this on a Tuesday and you can be watching this on a Friday. If you're watching this on Friday the 6th, you already missed us beating the game. Don't forget to follow our channels on Twitch and come join the gameplay live. Yeah, segue.
Yeah.
But
this will be our final episode on Friday, and you missed it.
Yeah.
You already missed it if you're listening to this, which you're not, but you could be.
Yeah, you could be. But our next game, which will start theoretically the week after I move, is Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamer edition.
Which also, we talked about this, we are going to take a week hiatus,
yes.
Correct?
Yes. Theoretically.
Which,
unless something happens.
If you need I'm totally fine, because if after we beat this game, we don't need to start up, if you want to take like 2 weeks.
Nah.
Because I know
want to get back
it
to
took
streaming.
us over a month to finally get our house in semi-order. And that was just for the rooms that we had access to. Like, because we just still didn't have our furniture for the living room and that. So like, it took us a while.
Well, see,
especially if you're needing to rebuild stuff and put stuff in very specific spots. Like,
I won't be needing to rebuild anything. Like, all my stuff is assembled and will be going with me the day I move. I'm not repainting any rooms. The only thing that will need rebuilt is my bed frame, which is a metal bed frame, which will take me all of about 30 seconds to put back together. And then what will take the most in terms of quote unquote rebuilding is my streaming area.
Yeah.
But like I took I took the day before and the 2 days after my move off just for the purposes of working on things. And I'm confident that by the end of those 4 days, my streaming setup will be set up. And I'm hoping to be mostly set up just in general across the house. But there'll be boxes of random crap that I still need to like set up. And my games, once I have all my games, like since we have now split the collection, I will be putting them in a program to track them now that I know what is officially mine. So I will be putting them in a program. That will take me a bit of time, but I'll be working on that over the course of multiple weeks and possibly
and
months.
that's not like a instant, like this needs to happen in the house right now.
Yeah, just getting my stuff built is really
time.
Like put together how I want it is really how I need it. Do you need to snore that loudly, dog? Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
But yeah, we will be starting Chrono Cross, which is completely uncharted territory for us both. Yep. I played Chrono Cross for maybe a grand total of 10 minutes back in the day on PS1, and I have no clue about any improvements or anything that they did with the HD remaster, the Radical Dreamers edition, which is what we own. MrWrong.
Did you dislike it? If you only played for like 10
minutes?
Oh,
no. Buddy handed me a controller and said, this is like the sequel to Chrono Trigger. And I just played around with it for a couple minutes and that was it.
Oh,
I just never actually I never actually got a copy of it and sat down and played it.
Gotcha.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to play that one but that one might take us a little bit more in terms of, grinding to get through. So, but yeah, grinding.
Chrono Cross, that's a third game that we max leveled. Not every single character. Well, I mean, I did every single character, but it wasn't necessary because only 3 of them actually
Chrono
fought.
Trigger, and it was the second game that we max leveled.
Yes.
This is the third game because this is the third game of our podcast.
Yes.
Quit playing with your cat.
I can't.
Focus.
My pussy's entertained.
Wow, you're gonna get me.
Look at her. Him.
Get me fucking banned off of YouTube. They're gonna call it hate speech again. Anyways, but no. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. Here and now. So we had 2 crystals left to do when we left it last time. We had the water crystal and then the wind crystal. The water crystal obviously involved us going. They called it a barrel when we went into it in this version. I think in the original one it does call it a submarine, but I could be wrong.
I believe so also because in Dawn of Souls they called it a sub.
Okay.
So I believe that the Pixel Remaster renamed it again.
And that's fair. And I mean, it
does look like a barrel, so like that makes sense.
Kind of. I mean, it's got a porthole and like a periscope, though.
It's a fantasy world. It could look whatever it wants to.
Fair. Yeah. So we came down to the sea shrine. Apparently, we are underwater. We are like fully submerged, even though it doesn't look like it. Like, I think we're supposed to be considered underwater. Because some of the things the mermaids say are like, how are you breathing underwater? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh. I mean, yeah, the way it makes it look right now, like there's water.
Like we're standing on dry land, but there's water around us. Yeah. And I maybe
unless it's the fake seabed floor. Like, have you seen that where it's like fog that looks like sand, but then you dive under it?
I guess.
Then there's like a second layer of ocean.
I guess. But I mean, you know, like you said,
Real world shit.
it's a magical fantasy world, so let's just leave it at that. Um, you know, and probably especially with the
Look at him.
limitations of the NES.
That's my
Uh,
cat laying like a fucking dog in the doorway. What the fuck?
don't judge him.
He's
Uh,
never like I know he thinks he's a dog, but that's the first time I've seen that. Whereas like he's laying the exact same way my actual dog is.
Focus.
But animals,
Um,
look how cute they are.
but yeah, limitations of like the NES at the time obviously wouldn't show anything like this, and since the Pixel remasters made a big deal about being faithful to the original game, because like a lot of people have some issues with not necessarily 1 and 2, but a lot
I
of
have an
people.
issue with two.
Why?
Jesus. Um, Minowa, Souls of Rebirth, the DLC, the DLC for two that
Okay,
they
did they add some stuff? I've never played Dawn of
no they
Souls.
no not Dawn of Souls. As they in Final Fantasy 2, they had a essentially like the after years type thing where after you beat the game, you play as Minwa, Guy, Richard, and
Ricard.
Dagoon, the Ricard, and the four people who died. You play as them in the afterlife trying to come back to Earth or something like that. I've never been able to play it. And in the Pixel Remaster, they didn't bring that back because they wanted to stay true to the original game itself.
Okay.
So that and so I was like, I have an issue with that because that would have been fucking phenomenal to be able to play because I have to now play it on my phone, which is the version that I actually can have it, but I no boosts. The leveling system is different, just a little bit. It's gonna take me years.
Well, you don't have to play it on your phone. There's other ways to play it. But anyways, I digress. Okay, well maybe because Final Fantasy 2 is like the hated version, or like the hated game.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it and 3 are easily considered the most hated games of the entire franchise, which is funny when 13 and 15 exist, as well as 10 too. But I digress.
Okay.
So, anyways, you know, people had issues with the Pixel remasters because they wanted to remain faithful to the original game. So that meant no subsequent version, any of the content that they added or some of the quality of life improvements, but any of the content that they added was included. So your afterlife thing for Final Fantasy 2, right?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 3 actually gave the generic characters stories in the 3D version. Like they didn't have stories, they didn't have separate looks. They all looked exactly the same. They were just a different color because it was a job-based system.
Well, like Final Fantasy here, they only have red and blue.
She's getting into something behind you. Yeah, look
Just
at her
the
looking
printer.
fucking guilty.
What you trying to do?
But like Final Fantasy 4, there was no extra content that was added like in the advanced version, or there was no after years that was added with the PSP version. Final Fantasy 5 had 4 extra jobs that were added in the advanced version that are not in the Pixel remaster. Final Fantasy 6 had like 2 extra dungeons and I think an extra character that were added. In the advanced version. I don't have the box for that handy now because it's all disheveled. Otherwise I would look at, but a lot of people were upset that they didn't include that kind of stuff. So I was thinking about this not that long ago, right? That they could do like a advanced Pixel remaster, which would include the extra content that was originally like
They probably
out.
will as a money grab.
Well, but see, and here's the thing: if you already own like the Pixel remasters, like we do, right? That could be like if they offered that as like a $10 upgrade, like as a legitimate DLC, I would totally buy that.
Oh yeah.
I would totally buy that. 100%. But I also
That would have been fucking great, honestly, if they just included that already. Because I feel like past 2, I didn't play 3, 4, 5, or 6. So like I don't know how long the DLC stuff technically would have been for those games, but I feel like it's not enough time that would warrant its own release.
yeah,
Like
I think
I
it
feel
should
like
be
they could have gotten it done right away.
I think it
And
should
just
be an
had it as
add-on.
an extra feature. Yeah, 100%.
Well, I mean, I don't fault them for not having it done right away. If they were to do it now, I mean,
I do.
5 years
They
after,
had the content. They knew what it was. All they had to do was reskin it.
yeah, but you know, if they did it now,
but still in the
5
woods.
years after the fact, I would be okay with, again, paying a few extra dollars to have the extra content added. And people like me who do want the extra content can have it, but the purists who want just the original games, well, the as much of a purist as are going to be playing like you know the pixel remasters anyways, because like I think Dio and Senlasa, like they're on the boat of we won't play the pixel remasters because we don't want to, because it's not the original game, or it's still, or it's the inferior version. Like Sen is giving us crap for the fact that we're playing the pixel remaster of Final Fantasy 3 as opposed to playing the 3D version.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had to explain to him, like, well, I'm doing the 3D version as well,
But we're playing them as they were.
but we're playing as
originally.
they were intended on being played for the most part.
Yeah.
Just a little boosty.
Yeah. We're just getting a little stronger, faster.
Exactly.
We're just being a little Daft Punk.
Exactly. But we were talking about the boosting and stuff of that nature, and we defeated the Kraken in the background.
Yeah, well, in the background, we said we're going to talk about this in reverse order. We're halfway through now, so we beat the sea temple, the sea creatures. So, and now we're just chest hunting. You guys didn't miss much.
Yeah,
you saw it happen while we were ranting about other things.
And we did double check. We got all the creatures in this area, so we're good with that. Realistically, and since we did all that, let's go ahead and do a little skippity doo dah here.
Yeah, and we did check. We have almost the entire bestiary, with the exception of Chaos Shrine.
Yes, by the end of this stream, both of us are set up to all we need is the Chaos Shrine enemies, and we are good to go.
Which I don't think the Chaos Shrine will take us that long. Realistically,
no, we could have. And we discussed this yesterday when we played it. We were playing much later in our cycle than we normally would. Some stuff came up last Friday and we couldn't play, and then we talked about playing Sunday, but MrWrong had D&D, and by the time he was home from D&D, so I'm a vampire and I sleep during the day because I work third shift, not because I'm actually a vampire. By the time he was home, I had decided to lay down and take a nap, and that nap turned into a full, like, fucking 8 hours of sleep. And I saw it, like, 2 hours later, and then by the time I responded to him, he was actually already in bed asleep. So it was a lost cause.
Yes, it was a sleep drive-by.
Pretty much. So, but, yeah, so we're playing this later than we normally would. And we could have gone to the Chaos Shrine yesterday and probably beaten the game within maybe 30 minutes. The problem being, I do want to make sure that we both complete our bestiary. I do want to make sure we both complete all of our treasure chests which means we
Yes.
might have to look around a little bit, type of thing. I'm not worried about, like, once we have the bestiary, we could turn off all the encounters and go searching for the chests. We don't need to grind anymore. We're both at max money. We're both at max level. Ain't nothing changing any of that.
Well, I have encounters off because I think the things that we have to fight are things that are mandatory.
No, you need the Iron Golem. You said you gave me your list, so you do
yeah,
have to go
Iron
searching
Golem.
for him. But the website I found with the bestiary does kind of it'll tell you even like if they're in a dungeon where they spawn in the dungeon, like what floor they spawn. And the Chaos Shrine is a multiple floor dungeon once we go back to the past. So, yeah, it won't take us long.
If I recall, the Chaos Shrine has this weird system where you can go and rebattle multiple times certain things, certain of the bosses. Like before you fight actual chaos, like you get I got trapped in a loop one of the times where I kept going and fighting the same thing over and over, and like I just kept getting items, and I was just like, how the fuck do I get out of here? I need to proceed, but like every time I fought, I would get teleported back. Like I don't know if there's like a certain order I was supposed to fight them, but like I got lost in like this loop. And this is a long time ago, but I just remember I was stuck.
I don't know. We'll have to check that out. I do know that you have to fight all 4 fiends again, and they are stronger this time around. Now, I do not anticipate them to be a problem in the slightest. But
I one-shot Tiamat, so I think we'll be good.
I would hope so. But so yeah, we did go through the Mirage Tower here to the Flying Fortress. I'll skip ahead a little bit here. I mean, the Flying Fortress is really kind of the dungeons. Now, okay, right, for the NES, like this was fantastic stuff. Okay, this was so well done for the NES. It was obviously very well inspired by D&D, and you can see a lot of that inspiration in here. But you know, for modern day with the Pixel Remaster and everything, I mean, we looked at the save log when we saved at the end of our stream, and we had 10 hours in this game. We had 10 hours. Yeah. Now, yes, we were using the boost, but we had 10 hours. We were max level. We were max money. We had gotten every single treasure chest in the game. We had fought every single enemy there was in the game except for what is in the Chaos Shrine. Like, we're not even sweating it at all here.
Yeah, no.
Like this truly is a short game, and you know, it was their first foray truly into the RPG genre.
And to be fair as well, we both have played this game, and without the boosts, I guarantee that would have added a few more hours just because we would not have been as leveled.
I don't think so.
I would assume only just for grinding purposes, because without the ×4 boost, and
hey,
there's
look,
Warmech.
I found Warmech again.
Yeah, instantly. But like
it was
without the boost or anything, I guarantee, like, because we both were gonna end up, like you said earlier, we were gonna be level 99 regardless. I think that without the ×4 boost, that would have at least added an hour to 4 hours worth of time in game, not streaming wise, but just in game grinding. Because without the ×4 boost, you don't get as near as enough, and you'd have to do so many more battles. We probably would have had more deaths, all of that. But when this first came out, this game probably would have lasted people more than 30 hours because I recall where to go for everything, which saves us a lot of time. For someone who's playing the game, the first areas you have the dancing girl in the first town, and she gives you hints of where to go. But as soon as you blow up that canyon or whatever, she doesn't give you any hints anymore. And you have to actually figure out a lot of the shit on your own of where to go, who to talk to, because without that canoe, you don't know where to go. So you legit have to go to every town and talk to people. Because I'm trying to think back of like when I first played it. Like I had a lot of hours.
So, all right. So here to give you an idea. Okay.
Okay.
Now I did grind off stream. But I just looked up my playlist for my original playthrough of Final Fantasy 1, the OG on NES. It was the first game I completed ever on stream. And yeah,
was that your first time playing it on there though?
It was my first time playing it in 25 plus years.
Okay.
Like, and admittedly, I was using a guide, and it was actually kind of funny because I was using like the original NES player's guide for it. So I had an idea of where I was going and all that kind of stuff. But I just figured it out, and again, I grinded off stream here and there.
Leave him alone.
I trimmed up some stuff for the videos on YouTube, but the videos on YouTube are just about 16 hours. So
okay,
not that much more than it took for us to like kind of blow through this here. So
right, but you just said too that you edited some stuff out.
Yeah.
And you had a decent recollection of kind of where to go.
No.
But for like someone who's brand new.
No, I had no recollection. I was using a guidebook.
Well, it'd be that too. But you literally just said I had a vague inkling of where to go.
Because of the guidebook.
Okay. So for someone who doesn't have the guidebook and it's their first time playing, I would imagine times that by 2. You can't have catnip.
I mean, I suppose.
So I was pretty close with like 30 hours at least.
I would say if you have someone that's dedicated to the idea of the game, probably about 20 hours.
Well, I'm also thinking like when it came out. Maybe not now, but like when it first came out, I could see people playing this for a long period of time because like it doesn't give you like with the waterfall thing. They just say go west. Go west, young man. Haven't you been told? But there's no inkling of like to go into a waterfall.
No, not really. And again, some of the quality of life improvements of the Pixel Remaster still would kind of lead you in that direction, because if you use the world map trick, it shows you the locations that you can enter on the world map, and there was a grade location where the waterfall was because we hadn't been there yet. So like with
that helps a lot.
Pixel Remaster, again, a little hand-holdy, but it's fine. Quality of life is a better way to look at it, in my opinion. But yeah, so we got here to the bridge. I found Warmech, and again, this is one of those times where it's kind of like I probably could have edited this part out, but I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking at the bestiary as a whole. You're sitting
waiting for my
sitting here waiting to find Warmech, so I was just doing a little research for myself about what I need to find, and then I just decided to go ahead and just grind up anyways, and that's when I ended up finding. Oh, I went down here to find the Vampire Lord. I needed the Vampire Lord.
Yep.
But then I
found him instantly,
almost instantly. And then I started just walking back and forth on the bridge because I'm like, well, this is hella good experience. And eventually here I'm going to find Warmech again. And the second time, like I said, the first time I fought him there, I tried to fight him. Not brute force him. Right?
Yeah, you tried to legit fight him, like
yeah.
There you are.
and he did also ambush me and got a nuke off right away. This time with the second and third times, I went in and I just started swinging. Like I just straight attack. I had my red mage haste one of my guys, and then I had my black mage start flaring.
Yeah.
And I defeated him quite quickly, mainly because of Flare. Flare was doing about 700 damage to him with a pop, and like, yeah, that right there was good stuff. So, I think I tried Blizzaga, which was a mistake.
Oh yeah, a little bit. That didn't do shit. And then for me, because Monk ends up being the strongest person by the end for just their raw output of power, he hit for 1655 for one hit, and that was without haste. So I had him down in 2 rounds. Like, it was super quick for me after the hour it took to find him.
Yes. I want to do.
But you can see he just got 2 levels from that, from 90 to 92. I was level 99 before I found him.
Yeah. I want to do a no equipment run. 4 monks, no weapons, no armor.
You're gonna have a lot of deaths.
I don't think so.
Well, only because monks, their HP doesn't start building until much later. And then once they turn to master is when their HP starts actually going a lot faster too. Because they're very cushion. Like they don't have any cushion at the start.
Which is funny because
monks have very low HP. Like even my black mage had more HP than him at first.
Which is funny because monks in most Final Fantasy games traditionally are HP like builders. They will have the best HP of any of your characters in the entire game. So, but yeah, so we found Warmech. I found him 3 times. You found him once.
Keep rubbing it in anyway.
None of us died. It's fine.
Yeah, which that was another thing too. Warmech.
Oh look,
do like
here he is again for the 3rd time.
You
can't do 3,000 damage. You can't even go that.
No,
high.
you made me lose my train of thought. He could do 200 damage per hit. Where if we weren't level 99 by the time we fucking found this asshole, he would be dropping us pretty quickly. I would have had a large problem because the main problem is that not only is he doing 200 to 300 damage per hit, it's when he's doing nuke, which is 200 to 300 damage to the entire party. I have no way to mass heal my entire party. Yep.
Whereas
because Red Mage can't learn heal.
You at least had Healga, so you could heal your entire party. So you would, at appropriate levels, you would have had a less painful time against him than I would have.
Yeah. Would not have been great, but yeah.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so Warmech down. We moved on to the big man himself. You actually walked away while I was fighting Tiamat. Something came up and you needed to walk away for a little bit. But
yes,
the
dogs need to go outside.
That's right. Tiamat and all of his 6 heads here. The sprite work on him is immaculate. Truthfully,
the color schemes, everything.
Yeah.
Which he's a Hydra. That's a straight up Hydra.
Mm-hmm. But
Tiamat isn't usually depicted as a Hydra though.
But he's the Hydrast of Hydras.
Oh, okay.
Hail Hydra.
Nice little lisp in there.
Yeah, shut up. But so we defeated Tiamat. We've got the Adamantite. We went and got fucking Excalibur. I went and fought the last thing I needed of our bestiary outside of the Chaos Shrine. And then we saved. And we are ready for chaos.
We're ready to go back in time.
Don't get me copyright strikes because you're singing. Oh,
My voice is not near good enough to get you a copyright strike.
you never know. They might copyright strike you just because of how bad it is.
That's fair. I do not sing good at all.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, so all 4 crystals reawakened. It's time for chaos. Like chaos is happening in the back of your room. You need to learn to shut your damn door before we do this.
I can't.
They just
See,
fucking
'cause
walk
otherwise
in
she'll
and-
just howl.
What? Your microphone ain't going to pick it up? It's fine.
Yes, it will.
I doubt it.
It
Anyway.
can pick it. You literally heard her howl at me earlier when I had my fucking berries.
She was sitting next to you.
Yeah.
If she's behind the closed door.
No, you'll hear it.
Anyways. All right. So any final thoughts on the main portion of the game?
Oh, final portion. I fucking hate Wormack. He's a weak little bitch. And I wish his spawn rate was higher so that I could have got Genji armor that I don't need
At all.
because I'm so strong.
Yep. Literally.
Yeah.
You know.
They just ran into the big gate. I heard it crash.
Oh, goody.
Little assholes.
Yeah, my final thoughts on the main portion of this particular game, and obviously we'll cover a lot of this when we do our ratings, and we'll do our ratings live on stream on Twitch. Follow us. But
follow me.
You know, this game, obviously, you can tell it was the first of, first attempt of things because they learned from certain mistakes. There's no real side quests here. The only side quest in this game, truthfully, is the Excalibur, and that's not really much of a side quest because if you're looking around for treasure, you're gonna find the adamantite.
Yeah,
and as long as you remember where to take it, you're golden.
And it's not like a requirement in order to beat the game.
No, so that's why I consider it a side quest. And the same goes with the Castle of Trials. The Castle of Trials to get your characters upgraded is not a requirement. So I would consider that a side quest too. But again, I remember the original manual and stuff that comes with the original Final Fantasy game, and it does allude to the idea that there's a way to become more powerful. And once you have this airship, you're gonna explore and you're gonna find the Castle of Trials. It sticks out like a damn sore thumb. Now, you might not realize what to do with it at the time or whatever, but you're going to still end up finding it. So, but those are the only 2 real side quests. I would have liked to have more content in the game, but, and again, I already have kind of an idea of what I'm going to end up rating it when all is said and done. That'll be reflected in the ratings. So, but I've enjoyed playing through it again. So, yeah.
I always do. Also, for the fact that you are a money grub, having 99 of every single purchasable item.
Hey, I'd like to point out that not only
on money too.
I was gonna say, not only do I have 99 of every item, but I have 99 of every item, and I'm maxed out on money still, or at least I will be by the time we actually go get into the Chaos Shrine. But
oh my god.
Yeah, so if you're watching this, leave us the word chaos in the comments below. That can be our word for the week. As you can see, I'm about to go get Excalibur here. We are ready to take on chaos. We're going to be doing that Friday. Again, if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, there's a good chance you already missed the live stream, so come hang out with us in the live streams. You can find those links to both of our channels below. We stream it at the same time using the shared chat feature on Twitch.
And if you are currently listening to this, depending on the date, you have 2 weeks to follow in order to see the start of Chrono Cross.
Yeah, but there's one more episode of this podcast, so.
Right, but for them to watch us live, because
Oh.
once they listen to this, we're done streaming for at least a hiatus of a week or two.
Fair. So
Yeah, listen to the words that I speak.
but yeah. Come out and hang with us. Don't forget to also follow or subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Give us a like on the video.
It's free.
It's free. You
We're
can
not
always
your dad.
subscribe later on if you want. Don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Wrong's YouTube channel. Again, all links in the thing below. Can you tell
We
we're
make it
really
easy.
bad at this? Yeah, we do make it easy, but we're still kind of bad at it.
Yeah. It's our personalities.
we have brains
We
that go
have
woo.
Dinosaur!
Dinosaur! Rawr.
And that proves it.
Rawr. Rawr. For Mr. Wrong, I am Legionkaje. We are the D20 duo because that's the name that we came up with.
And this has been Questlog.
Bye.
I'm gonna go like this. This has been Questlog.
It's beautiful.
Just
I love
extend the hand.
I love it.